Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Actual. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about the best deal in the world for men because I don't think people realize what a good deal MGTOW is for men. As I've gotten older, I've come to the realization, at least for myself, that attitude, how I feel about what I'm doing, is critically important. Here's an experiment. It's very interesting. They take a mouse and they give him a nice, environment, a nice cage, right? Nice food, and they let him exercise. And there's no stress. So the mouse, bulks up, right? He becomes like a bodybuilder of a mouse. He becomes a strong, capable, healthy mouse with good fur and clear eyes and a good attitude. And that's great. But they also take another mouse in the cage next to him. And whenever the first mouse decides to exercise, the second mouse is forced to exercise. Okay, you just pick him up and put him on the wheel, lock him in the wheel, and then, make it spin. So either he's running or, he's flipping. And you might think all the other conditions are the same. And you might think that the second mouse is going to bulk up, become, uber Chad, of mice. But the second mouse doesn't. The second mouse gets stressed out. The exercise doesn't help him, not in the same way, because the activity, because it's forced upon him, it becomes a stressor. And more cortisol, more frustration, more anger. I want to see men operating at their best, okay? Good attitude, strong, healthy, mentally and physically 100%. And what I'm saying is that you can do the right things. You can do the exercise, you can do the diet, you can get the sleep. But if your attitude is wrong, then it's going to be more of a stressor than it is, a benefit to you. So that's what I'm talking about with attitude. The things you're doing, the challenges that you're facing, the goals that, you're trying to achieve, you have to have the right attitude moving into it. It can't be, ah, shit, this is what I have to do. Okay. So attitude is important. Now, here's the thing. Men have been getting a bad deal, certainly for the last 50 years. It's been really bad. Like you're expected to do all the things that the good man is expected to do, but you're not getting any of the rewards. You're not getting any of the benefits from it. All you're getting is negative reinforcement if you don't conform, okay, to these outdated, outmoded, useless behavior patterns, okay? What? Are you not a real man? Right? This is the refrain. This is the line that the men are getting. And it fills them with, frustration and anger and resentment. Now, I'm not talking to all men, right? I'm talking to the men who are still suffering with this, still stuck in a blue pill mindset. And what I'm saying to you is that there's a better deal out there for you. You are not part of the group. You are not part of the herd. You can be to the degree that you wish to be at times, but you are not being forced to exercise when you don't want to. Okay? You get to make that choice. You are not being forced into dating, somebody who's transitioned from male to female because you have to show, how woke you really are. You're not being forced to do these things. The society and the culture around you, they're trying to force you, they're trying to shame you, they're trying to guilt you, they're trying to gaslight you into doing this stuff. So whatever, so when you do it, you feel like you've betrayed yourself. I know that's the way it works with me. Okay. Unless I choose to do something, you're threatening my sense of independence. Okay. I'll do what I choose to do. I'm not talking about following the law and things like that. Okay. We're going to do that. Nobody's looking for stupid trouble. But understanding the principle behind MGTOW, okay, I've said it before, okay, the very motivation that caused America to break away from England and become the world's largely first true free nation is the same motivation that needs to motivate the man to separate himself from culture, from society, from the expectations. Once you can do these things by your own choice, the benefits that you can reap are in fact the best deal in the world. This is where your strength is. This is where your power is. This is where your growth is. Here's a nice little tip, okay? Wake up in the morning and say to yourself, I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be. This is going to force you to actually visualize what that best version of yourself is. And you know what it is, right? You can't really lie to yourself. You can, but you know the truth. Okay, so if you're not feeling 100% and you say to yourself, I feel great, you know that you're bullshitting yourself. And there's a whole cycle of cortisol, resentment, frustration that kicks in. But if you can be honest with yourself, if you can wake up and you can say, I feel like shit, then you can say to yourself, how did this happen? Not why did this happen? How did this happen? What did I do or what did I not do that caused this? And if you can ask yourself that question, you can figure it out and you can start making progress. Just like mouse number one when he starts exercising on the wheel, right? I love these mouse experiments, right? Uh, it's like, well, just because it works with the mouse doesn't mean it's going to work with the man. It's like, it'll probably work better with the man. So understanding that your self-worth, that your validation, that your standing, okay, is not determined by a group of blue pill, woke culture, social justice warriors that are just going to condemn you because you don't go along with their ideology. No, you need something stronger than a group ideology. You need a true commitment to your true self. And that's how you feel. And this is where I'm saying you be honest with yourself. Try to be the best that you can be. All right. Don't get your validation from the external world. Of course, there's feedback. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to lose weight and you're stepping on the scale and you haven't lost any weight. Yeah, you've got to take that feedback. Now you make the adjustments. You choose to make the adjustments. Okay. Now you step on the scale, you're losing weight. There is your true accomplishment. There is your garden. There is your patch of land. There is your farm. Okay. You take a seed, you put it in the ground. If the conditions aren't right for it to sprout, if there's not enough water, if there's not enough nitrogen, if there's not enough humidity, okay, that seed is not going to do its thing. MGTOW is the best deal in the world for men. All right. Understand your worth is not determined by how pretty of a woman you've got on your arm or whether or not a particular group of people look up to you. This is not where your worth is. If that's where your worth is, then you can lose it and they will withhold it from you. Basic principle. You want to know how to get people to do what you want? Find out what they want and then withhold it from them and give it to them only sparingly when they do what you want. All right? So the men want validation. They want to be considered good men. And guess what? Our society, our culture, our woke, feminized, gynocentric culture is doing to the men. It's withholding that. Okay? Stop looking there for your validation. Look internally. Build internally. Have the right attitude internally. Strive to be the best version of yourself that you can be, that you know is in there internally. Do it willingly, with a glad heart, not looking for outside credit. And then you will see the real results. And that's what I want to see happen for everybody. Okay. That's what I want to see happen for the men, especially the men suffering through all this bullshit, because I'm dealing with it. And it's 10 times worse than I am able to give words to. Over time, I'll find the right words. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let me know what you think about this subject in the comments section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, especially donate. Without your support, I can't do anything. This is a user-funded channel situation. I'm not trying to sell you products. I'm not trying to deliver you to YouTube's advertising, okay? I'm trying to talk to you directly, okay? So come back to me directly, leave a comment, share the video, make a donation, and we can build this community. I'm working on a class right now, a training class that I can just kind of, outline and put out there for you guys. And I think it's going to be very useful, but I'm going to need a little bit more time. Thanks to your help, I'm in a situation now where I can produce a little bit of content with some decent quality. So we're going to move forward with that. Please join me again, Howard Dare, as I hope to and plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.